Good morning to everybody watching the replay. I'm going to flip the camera really quickly so I don't spoil the surprise for everyone else. All right. How are you guys doing today? Hi, Bree. Brought up the controls. There we go. So it is so good to see you guys. I hope you're having a great morning. And I hope you had a great weekend. Hi, Cote Bannon. It's good to see you too. So I may be having technical issues again. Surprise, surprise. Hey, Curtis. Good to see you. So I'm sorry if things are slow or glitchy or anything like that. Hopefully that resolves itself. But I appreciate you guys being here. My name is Crystal Invitovich. I'm an intuitive, internationally published author. And today I want to share with you guys my 3 affirmations, 3 of them, that will get you through anything in your day. Hi, Jedder, and morning, Curtis. They can get you through a lot of stuff that comes up in your day, and it helps to make sure that every day is not only just a good day, hey Staryn, but also a day that you rock, okay? So feel free to follow me and I will follow you back. That's how we can talk, because I love having this great conversation with you guys. Married life is fantastic, and yes, I'm smiling. I love smiling. But also, it's you guys that do that. So thank you for helping me to smile every morning and giving me a reason to smile every morning. It really helps to start the day right. So I hope you are too. All right. So our first affirmation is, I overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength. I overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength. Staryn, you're amazing. Jedder, I love the flower. Curtis, the heart's amazing. Look at you guys. All right, so I overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength means that as I go through life, as life throws things at me and just gets crazy and chaotic, hey, Denny, I know that I'm going to be okay. And not only that, but I can kind of appreciate what's being thrown at me because I know that I can actually use it. Whatever I'm going through right now, I can use it to my advantage, and I will. I'm going to adapt to it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to kind of just turn it over and try to figure out what I'm supposed to be learning from it. What skill am I getting better at by going through this? And then I'm going to use it to my advantage later in life. Hey, Kush. So I know that obstacles are opportunities for growth, for gaining more experience, for getting further in life, for getting stronger. So that's what an obstacle is. And so if you overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength, you kind of can't help but do that, right? It's just a reminder that that is what you do. You're not even trying to tell yourself that's what you're going to do. You're reminding yourself that that's how you roll. And that is how life works for you. You always overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength every time. It's inevitable. As long as you keep moving forward in something, as long as you keep going, when you overcome it, because you will be stronger. And you'll be more capable than you've ever been. And our second affirmation is, I am successful in all that I do. I am successful in every single thing that I do. I actually know before I even start something that I am going to be successful. And that is a really interesting and amazing feeling. And it was a hard one to come by, but I reminded myself that that's who I am. That's what I do. And I understand that in order to be that way, failure cannot be an endpoint. Failure doesn't mean it's over. Failure means, okay, we have a clue. That's what it is. It's a clue. It's God's way of saying, this is not the right way. There's a better way for you, and that's the way that you deserve. That's the outcome that you deserve, and it may be better than you thought it was going to be. So try to stop here. I'm not going to let this one work, because I want you to stop and look around. I want you to have the opportunity to break down the tunnel vision and look around for other things and other options. And those other options, once they become clear to you, once you try them, are going to take you somewhere incredible. When something doesn't work, I challenge you to get excited. Okay? I challenge you to get excited, because if it's not going to work out the way you thought, it's going to be better than you thought. And how could it possibly be better than you dreamed? You're going to find out. That's exciting. And I've done this multiple times where I get disappointed. Absolutely. It is okay to be disappointed. That's a valid emotion. You're allowed to feel that. I'm not saying ignore it completely. I'm saying once you have sort of processed that, yeah, that was really disappointing that that happened, but what could possibly be better, and what am I headed for? And yeah, I have to wait for it, but at least it's on its way. That's exciting, right? It's a way to pick yourself back up, get back on the road, and make sure that you will be successful, even more so than you thought you were going to be in the first place. So, Amaluna, that's a really beautiful name. It is good to see you. So, Our third affirmation, failure shows you how to do things different. Exactly. I mean, you have that quote about, I found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb, but there was only one way to make the light bulb. But without those 1,000 ways, you wouldn't have figured out the one way, right? So they show you how things can be done differently. That's perfect. Our third affirmation is, gratitude is my attitude. Now this is going to change your whole life. I guarantee this changes everything. And this gets you started on everything you ever want to do, with becoming more optimistic, with staying positive, with getting what you want, with being surrounded by the people you want to be surrounded by, with everything. And all you have to do is list 3 little things that make you happy. 3 things that you're grateful for in your life. I do this, I've actually blown it up a little bit. 3 things in the morning I list that I'm grateful for. Throughout the day, if something good happens, I'm immediately grateful for it. If something bad happens, I list 3 things that I'm grateful for. If I'm upset, if I'm hurt, if I'm angry, if I'm any of those things, hey Dad, I list things that I'm grateful for regardless, because, and I may have to repeat them over and over again to calm myself down, but once I do, hey Oz, once I calm myself down, I'm calm. I can handle things better. I'm not going to act irrational. I'm going to handle the situation. And I'm going to move forward, handling it in a way that won't hurt other people, won't do any harm to anybody else. I'm going to be the bigger person. And I'll have the opportunity to do things right by everybody, to find that compromise for everyone. Because I chose to control my reaction, because I chose to be grateful for things regardless of adversity or things going wrong. I chose that, and I can do that, and so can you. And then at the end of every day, just for the heck of it, I list 3 things from that day that I'm grateful for, because I believe that we deserve to remember every day as a good day. And after today, all it is a memory, and hopefully it's one that you can look back on and smile, or just be okay with even. I don't want you to look back and be like, wow, that was an awful day. That was your day. This is your life. So I hope that every day you can find at least 3 things to be grateful for. I'm actually certified as a life coach. Yeah. So, and I hope that your heart isn't too broken, and I hope that these things help you to sort of piece it back together and keep moving forward, because you deserve to not have a broken heart. You don't need that. Whatever's making that happen, it's something that eventually I hope that you can release in your life and just move forward to things that make your heart feel whole and feel good and full. So those are your 3 your 3 affirmations that I use every day. They really, really help. I use them. And then today, I want to kind of go into something that's a little bit of a challenge, I guess, but it's amazing what you can accomplish when you start working on it. So I'm going to flip the camera to show you. 1 second. Da, 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 da. I am limited only by my vision of what is possible. I am limited only by my vision of what is possible. Think about that one for a little bit while I flip the camera and explain it. So what do you expect yourself to be capable of? What do you think in this whole world is possible? That's great. What do you accept as reality? Have an open mind. That's perfect, Kush. So you are only limited by what you tell yourself is reality, right? And when it comes to things like faith, when it comes to things like just what you yourself are capable of, it's incredible. Even the impossible is possible. It's only impossible until you do it, right? So for me, I do some crazy things. You know, I can feel energy, I can see energy, I can move energy, and I use that with prayer to help make people feel better, to help people understand things that are going on in their lives, even to physically help them get better. So the more you believe, the more you can achieve. Absolutely. And I struggle with this limitation every day. Every time I do a healing session for someone, every time I do a reading for someone, every time I interpret something for someone, it's a challenge for me and a challenge for them, because we have to believe that all of this stuff that makes no physical sense is possible. And it's proven time and time again that it is. So why is it so hard to believe in stuff that we can't see, even when you're the one doing it, right? Yesterday I did a healing session on my husband because he was feeling sick, and I was like, this is not just a cold, this is something you're supposed to come to grips with. This is energy blockages sort of manifesting so that you pay attention to them. That's another way that God speaks to us. And so I said, sit down, I'm going to fix this for you. I'm going to clear this for you, and we're going to figure out what it is so that you can start working on it. I had to trust in God and in myself, which is the harder part, enough to believe that I could do this for him. And he needs to trust me, and he needs to trust God enough to believe that it'll work, to believe that he could wake up this morning feeling better, and he did. So you are only limited by what you believe. God bless and protect you too, Curtis. I love that you share that with us every day. So you are only limited by your vision of what is possible. If you decide that God can move a mountain, if you decide that God can use you to do incredible things to infinity and beyond, we are boundless. You are boundless. Exactly. Yeah, I have a hard time sleeping too, actually, and I pray every night as well. But, you know, I look up stuff for that. I just think that my mind is too busy. And so I actually, my secret, it's crazy and it's kind of immature, I do a little bit of make-believe. I'll start coming up with stories and stuff in my head, and eventually I fall asleep. I'm not even a night owl. I go to bed at like 9 o'clock, but it still takes me a while to fall asleep. So maybe that'll work for you too. I come up with a lot of ideas for my books at night when I'm trying to fall asleep, and I, you know, get myself in that imaginary kind of world. So maybe that'll help you too. And speaking of my books, you can check those out at my website. I'd love to see what you think. Oh my gosh, I would love your impression. I would love your reviews. Please, that'd be amazing. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Remember to not limit yourself so much. If you stop yourself and you realize that you're telling yourself you can't do something, reassess. Reassess and say, you know what? I just told myself I couldn't do this, but I bet I could. I bet I could try at least. And before you know it, you're unlimited. You are your only judge. Absolutely. Yeah. So not look at yourself too much. I'm not sure what that question means. Ask it again, and maybe I'll figure it out. Sorry, I'm a little dense about it. But thank you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, follow me, and I'll follow you back so that we can talk. I love this conversation down here, and I don't want to lose it. So thank you guys. Okay, cool. As long as it makes sense for you, that's what's important. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another feature affirmation at 7:30 in the morning, and I'm looking forward to it. Go out there and keep gratitude as your attitude. And live in the moment. This is where you have control, right here, right now. Do something incredible because I know you can. Have the best day ever. Bye, guys.